What was your initial thoughts upon hearing the news this morning?
Well, probably disbelief, like everyone. Warne is sort of forever young in our minds. He didn't seem to age all that much in his career. Certainly his performance has never deteriorated, and he's been an ever-present in our lives since the early 1990s. Since ceasing to play, he's been an important media presence, an opinion former, a guaranteed box office, whatever he did. It's hard to imagine a game without Warne at the centre of it. Certainly, cricket felt very different before Warne was around. If you were growing up in Australia in the 1980s, cricket seemed like a very different game. And then Warne came along and everything changed.
Yeah, how big an impact did he really have on the sport of cricket? Because as you say, it was a completely different sport when he entered to when he left.
Yeah, partly that was simply to do with his talent as a leg spinner. He took an art that had been previously regarded as almost anachronistic and turned it into a potent attacking weapon against the grain of the of international cricket, which had become ceaselessly obsessed with fast bowling. But also his capacity for capturing attention and his love of attention, in fact. In some respects, Warne is a very good advertisement for fame. He lived large, he lived well, he enjoyed its trappings, he enjoyed its opportunities. He always seemed to have a healthy sense of the absurd where his own misadventures were concerned. And he was the soul of indiscretion. You could almost be guaranteed that Warne would come along at least once every 18 months and do something that proved fodder for the tabloids.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you think he just managed then? I guess that's probably how he transcended cricket and became one of the most iconic Australians athletes of all time.
I think he never lost that everyman quality about him. We're accustomed these days to cricketers looking like elite athletes. They train hard, they're ruthlessly managed, they're extensively controlled. Warne was always a free spirit and always marched to the beat of his own drum. Sometimes he wasn't even in the band. He made up his own rules, and he could make up his own rules because he was so unique in Australian cricket. He didn't conform to any of the previous types, and he lived and died by his own performances. He also had that incredible capacity for backing himself under pressure. We often talk about great athletes distinguishing themselves by their love of the big occasion. Warne never found a big occasion that he didn't feel himself the solution to. His answer to every predicament was to get the captain to throw him the ball.
And it often certainly worked in his favour. What was his cricketing involvement post his playing career?
Well, as you say, he was sort of a media staple. Whatever Warne said was news. He continued to play after Test cricket, though, and he captained the Rajasthan Royals in the first Indian Premier League and surprisingly won it. So he became a kind of a transitional figure between Test cricket and T20, which was then just emerging as a global phenomenon. And as you say, he occupied every page of the newspaper, front pages, back pages, and middle as well. And also, he's just a great conversation topic. What Warne was doing was something that was always guaranteed to bring a smile to your face. Sometimes one of chagrin, but there was something about watching Shane Warne being Shane Warne that was infinitely captivating.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Gideon Haigh, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Pleasure.